Yo, it's Awesomeisjayell, aka the biggest music artist in the universe. And you are now tuning in to a new episode of Beast on Air, episode number 31. Shout out to everybody who pulled up for episode number 30. We are back. That was one of our first episodes back after hiatus. But look, we got this thing down. We got this thing structured into a science. So let's go ahead and jump into the news. And let me move around a couple things. First things I want to bring up is this right here. And let me get my window together. Y'all give me a second. Be patient. Boom. Okay, we are here. All right, this is one of the first things I want to talk about, man. Let's jump into some Web3 music news. And this is actually good news too as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Tokenizing music catalogs, the next frontier for Web3 and music industry. You hear that? You hear that? You know what I'm saying? We might have been early for some time now, but now it's starting to make its way around to mainstream media. Yeah, let's get into this article. It says at the Proof of Talk 2024 conference in Paris, Cyril Matola, CEO of Music Protocol, advocated for integrating blockchain technology into the already established billion-dollar music industry. The music industry is at the beginning of a profound transformation as the rise of streaming services is changing the way music is consumed. According to data from Forbes earlier this year, music streaming accounts for 84% of total music industry revenue, surpassing $17 billion annually. However, streaming isn't the only digital tool changing how the music industry operates. Web3 tools like blockchain and tokenization are slowly shifting possibilities for artists, fans, and distributors alike. Sergio Matola, CEO of Music Protocol and the Web3 Music Association, envisions a future where music catalogs are tokenized, creating a new paradigm for the industry. In an interview with Cointelegraph at Proof Talk 2024 conference in Paris, Matola outlined how blockchain technology can revolutionize music distribution, intellectual property management, and revenue generation. So, shout out to Cointelegraph for publishing the article. This is dope. I think this is cool news. This is great news. We are starting to see people. We're starting to see these different companies, the different protocols starting to come together and discuss the possibilities when it comes to tokenizing music in the form of an NFT token, however you want to do it, right? They're discussing it, and that's the big part. That's a major part. So this is a good sign. I'm super bullish on this. Let's spread the awareness of music tokenization, music NFTs, digital streaming rights via blockchain technology. These different things are very important. So that's it for the crypto Web3 music news. Let's go ahead and jump into this week's releases, right? So this week's releases now, and this how I'm gonna do this on this show. Now I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, yo. It's a lot of music releasing every Friday, right? And not all of them are gonna make it onto my radar, man. Especially if it's certain types of music, like country music. I'm not really into country music, man. So I'm mostly gonna be checking for hip hop, rap. But it's a type of genre of rap and hip hop that I'm looking for that has melodic elements, man. I'm from Atlanta, and you know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna jump into that a little later, in the show and let y'all know what I'm talking about, what it is I'm looking for, man, when it comes to music. But Don Toliver has made it onto my radar. This is my favorite release of the week by far, probably in the last couple months, man. Don Toliver, man, his sound, his aesthetic. I actually seen him live. I actually had the honor to see him live at a Revolt show in Atlanta, and it was fire. Shout out to Wifey. She actually surprised me with some birthday tickets. This show was amazing. Don Toliver's live performance was amazing. It was just fire, man. It was lit. it was lit. Like, he really lived up to, the music that he's been putting out by way of live performance. But look, also, Don Toliver is this week's music artist of the week. You know what I mean? Yeah, he the music artist of the week this week over at BeastOnAir. This is something we're gonna start doing weekly, having an artist of the week, and we're gonna break down why. In a minute. But Hearthstone Psycho is now out by Don Toliver. I have not had a chance to listen to this entire album all the way through, but I will say it's fire, man. The stuff that I heard sonically is just there, man. Sonically is there. The mixes is crazy. Mastering is crazy. The vibes are crazy, man. So, but I have had a chance to skim through it a little bit. I haven't had a chance to sit down and just listen to it. But my favorite tracks right now is Tore Up and Glock, man. Tore Up and Glock. Glock has like a Whitney Houston sample. Man, it has a Whitney Houston sample. I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all. Y'all go check it out. It has a Whitney Houston sample, and it goes crazy, man. Like, it's so infectious. It's so catchy. I couldn't stop listening to it. Had to, kept running it back over and over and over, man. It's just wild, bro. That song is crazy. But Glock and Tore Up, my two favorite tracks so far, man. Two favorite tracks so far. I can play them over and over and over. But look, let's go ahead and jump into this bio right here. I'm actually on genius.com. So this is gonna show all his lyrics. It's showing the people's views, what people are viewing the most as far as lyrics concerned. But yeah, it says Hearthstone Psycho is Don Toliver's fourth studio album and his first creation since the formation of Hearthstone Records. See, I didn't even know he had a record label called Hearthstone, so I think that's cool. That's lit. The first single of the album, Bandit, was teased for the months in the run-up to his February 2nd, 2024 release, and introduced listeners to a largely unexplored alleyway of Don Toliver's sound, introducing high-energy rock into his sound selection. In the song's music video, Don Toliver introduced a new leather jacket biker theme, which remains imminent in his run-up to the album, and announced his first child with partner Kali Uchis. So when they say rock, right now, and that's the thing, you got to use that. They're using that term very loosely when they say rock. As far as the rock elements, there is a rock aesthetic when it comes to certain instruments being used, such as a guitar, but the way it's being used is nowhere near the level of which rock music was using it. It's a way more urban flavor. It's a lot more soul incorporated in it. So that's what I will say about that. So if you coming in thinking this is like rock, quote unquote, that is not what you're going to be hearing at all. So let's not get it twisted on that. But yeah, that is the artist of the week. The artist of the week is Don Toliver, and he just dropped Hearthstone Psycho. So y'all go check that out. Let me know what y'all think. Drop down in the comments, man. Let me know what your favorite song is off the album. Like I said, my two favorite right now is Tore Up and Glock. Those two favorite songs right now, but I still have to listen to the album, and I might bring y'all a light review next episode too of the album too, just to kind of follow up, give it a full listen and follow up. I won't promise a hard rating on it, but I might do a light rating, you know what I mean? So, but let's go ahead and jump into the next subject on the show today, man. And this next topic is brought to you by Kanye West, and I like to call this part of the show reflection, right? This is something I want to do, right? Where I reflect on certain past music and see how I feel about it today, right? And it's crazy because me and wifey was actually having a conversation about Kanye West music, and we were just talking about his older music opposed to his newer music, and when did he lose us, right? When did he lose us? And also, which, like, it's some music that we were kind of hypnotized by the hype of Kanye. Now, and I'm speaking, this is all from me. This is my personal opinion. We talked about how like he was so hyped up at a point in time that he could just put out anything and it could rock, right? And I'm here to go over those things, like my personal opinion, right? Now, College Dropout, fire. College Dropout, fire, man. I'm not even gonna pull up the track list, none of that. It's fire. It's fire. It's fire. Late Registration, fire. It's a fire album too, man. Fire album. Graduation, fire album, right? Fire album. Now, this is where it starts to get very tricky. It starts to get very tricky, right? It's really tricky because when you get to 808s and Heartbreak, man, and when you start listening to, let's jump into the track list. Let's jump into the track list, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Let's go down. Damn, man, this thing got a bio for itself. Okay, track listing. Got Say You Will, Welcome to Heartbreak, Heartless, Amazing, Love Lockdown, Paranoid, RoboCop, Streetlights, Bad News, See You in Your Nightmares, Coldest Winter, Pinocchio Story. Now, I'm gonna say, like, a lot of this 808s and Heartbreak stuff was just okay at best, right? It really just sounds like an artist discovered auto-tune for the first time, and then he just started using it, right? The way he wanted to use it. And I feel like a lot of this was I feel like a lot of us like this because of hype, man, because of the hype of Kanye West. And I feel like if you go back and listen to this stuff, man, it really doesn't have that same appeal anymore. And I'll say by way of the tempos, the mixing, the cadences, like it doesn't, I'll say this, it doesn't have soul incorporated like his older music, right? And when I say soul, I'm talking about that, you know what I mean? That where you listen, you like, oh man, this is hard. You know what I mean? And 808s definitely doesn't have any songs just like that at all, like zero. So let's go ahead and go back. So 808s and Heartbreak, when it started taking a dip, it started getting real slippery. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, right? Which back when it first came out, I thought it was his best album. I thought it was his best album. No cap. I thought it was the best album. But now, when I go back and listen, I'm like, yo, the thing that really gets me is kind of the cadence of the raps. The cadence of the raps with the beats don't really mesh as well as it seemed like it meshed back then, right? Some of the lyrics are kind of questionable, but I mean, I'm not really so caught up on the lyrics. I'm just caught up to the more hip-hoppy side of the project, in the sense of the rap verses don't really mesh with the music as well, because I don't know, man, it's too rapidy to me, man. I'm more of a melodic. I like melodic things, melodic rap more so than just rapping for the sake of rapping. Or if you rap, it has to mesh with the sonics very good, right? Very well, right? And man, I feel like this album was overrated, in my opinion. It was overrated, man. It was overrated. It was overrated. It was overrated. I'm gonna just say it. It was overrated. So let's go back. Yeezus. At the time, I was driven by the hype on this too, man. I was driven by the hype on this too. I listened to it yesterday. It's trash. It's trash. The whole album trash, man. It's trash. And I'm also one to say that I don't really believe in really just like rating music for real. But I will give my opinion, right? Because I feel like art is art. You can express yourself however you want. But this is what I'm really showing y'all. I'm really showing y'all how mainstream media kind of pushed all this stuff onto us, and we kind of accepted it like, oh, this is the best best of the best right now, but it wasn't. It wasn't the best of the best at all. Like it was actually trash, and that's what I'm showing. Like, so this album trash, man, trash. Bound to, I don't even trash, man. The album trash. It's not good. Some of these messages, I don't like these messages. New slave. No, I am not a new slave. I don't prescribe to that. I don't subscribe to that. So, you know what I mean, man? It's just, I don't know, man. Trash. Jesus is trash. So, let's go. Life of Pablo. Let's see. First of all, too many tracks. Blah, 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 blah. Trash, man. Trash. Saint Pablo. I like Saint Pablo. I like that song. Some of these songs, it's just, man, just whatever, bro. Like, it didn't age well, man. A lot of this stuff didn't age well, is really what I'm showing. It's brought on by hype and a lot of other stuff. Yay. This album, I remember it. I thought the Sonics was okay. But once again, man, nah, man. Like, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say the rest of everything else. Even Watch the Throne, man. Watch the Throne was overrated, man. Like I said, it was caught by the hype at the time. It's not as good now, man. If you go back and listen to it, a lot of this stuff just not as good as we remember. But I urge you guys to go ahead and go back and, take a look at this music and see what you think, man. I want to see people down in the comments. I want to see what y'all think. Do you think this is good? Do you think everything after graduation is good? Right? Because I know a lot of the younger generation to say 808s and Heartbreak is a classic, but whatever, right? But drop down in the comments, let me know what you think. That's enough for this segment. This segment was called Reflection. I wanted to reflect on some of this past music, man, and see, was it really good? You know what I'm saying? Opposed to now, and what we listen to now, what we like. And we've grown consciously too as well. That's another thing too. So it's not just a change in opinions. No, we just grew more. I grew consciously to the point where now I can hear music a lot better and I know what I'm listening to. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go into another segment. This segment, boom. And I got some Atlanta music artists up here. Rap music with melody versus without melody. And I kind of wanted to, ride into this segment coming off the Kanye segment, because I realized a lot of his rap don't even have melody. It's just like dry, kind of dry stuff, on some of the album, not all. But a lot of Atlanta artists are known for having melody in their raps and their music. Such as Outkast, you know what I'm saying? CeeLo, even, Ludacris, like a lot of different Atlanta artists have, and some of these people, they cap. I don't know if John Mayer from Atlanta, I don't know. They're just looking like cap right now. I ain't never heard him say nothing about Atlanta. But anyway, there's a lot of rappers in Atlanta that are Goody Mob is another one. Young Thug is another one that have music with melody in it. Migos is another one. And I'm more of a, man, I like rap music with melody, man. I don't know about y'all. I like it with melody. Even Tupac had melody in his raps. You know what I'm saying? And I think it takes a certain level of talent to be able to incorporate that. And you got to have soul too, man. You got to have soul. Like, you can't even, even the Kendrick, they not like us. They not like us. They not like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, his whole cadence got melody. You know what I'm saying? The cadence got melody. Like, it's not just they not like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you can feel a soul, like something breathing in it. You know what I mean? And that's really what I mean by rap music with melody versus without melody. But y'all let me know down in the comments, what do you like? what do you like? Do you like rap music with melody or not with melody? And I ain't talking about singing. I'm not even really talking about singing. I'm just talking about cadence, having a lively cadence in your music and not just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if y'all understand, but if you understand, drop down in the comments, let me know what you think. But this has been a wrap up of Beast on Air episode number 31. But before we get out of here, we got to jump into some Awesomeisjayell news with you guys. And I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but every Friday I release a new record, and that is called Awesome Friday. And this week I've actually released a new record called Ask and It Is Given. Let me go ahead and read this right up to you guys. Excuse me. Yo, it's Awesomeisjayell, the biggest music artist in the metaverse. My bad. Hold on, rewind that, cause that, you know what I mean? I own that title too, but you know, we expanded. So yo, it's Awesomeisjayell, the biggest music artist in the universe. And you know what today is? That's right, it's Awesome Friday, the day I release new music via digital streaming platforms, NFTs, and digital downloads. Today's feature, Ask and It Is Given, will be dropped in the next couple of days on DSPs. Now let me tell you about the inspiration behind this song. It was inspired by the book Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. If you have read this book, you know how life-changing it is. In honor of changing my life to the extended version of myself, I present to you Ask and It Is Given. Ask and It Is Given is now available on SoundCloud, and it will be available on all major streaming platforms in the next couple of days. But for all things Awesomeisjayell, go ahead and go on over to awesomeisjayell.com so you can keep up with all these things that I have going on. It is a lot. I am a multi-dimensional being. I have many interests in, I continue. I'm really seeing myself continue to expand upon that. You know what I mean? So definitely not apologetic about that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap up the show. This has been episode number 31, brought to you by Awesomeisjayell, aka the biggest music artist in the universe. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we are signing off.